Former Captain Jeff Rinaldo on the line. Jeff, have you heard anything from your sources within the police department that could shed some light on this shooting?
Actually, I have not. I'm sure that they are beyond extremely busy right now trying to get to the bottom of what happened there. But I think, as the deputy commissioner just pointed out, it sounds like the scene is starting to resolve itself accordingly. There is, as I said before, a policy and a plan in place on how the reunification occurs between students and their parents. And again, the biggest thing right now is just for everybody involved to have patience and let the process work.
Also, that Joe said, and Jackie, you've always said to point this out, that the residents in that neighborhood are safe right now. They have nothing to fear, that they don't believe the suspect is a threat to any residents in that area.
Although, let me raise this, and I would have raised it with Gramalia there if we had the opportunity to speak to him. How can he say that everything is fine if they do not have the shooter in custody yet? Last we knew, a person with a gun left that school and was seen heading toward the 198. So where is the person now? Jeff, what do you think about that?
Well, again, I see some media reports that a helicopter was up. As the deputy commissioner mentioned, there's resources now from other law enforcement agencies. So they are, without a doubt, with K-9 as well, conducting a very thorough search of that immediate vicinity. So based on the results of that search is what is probably lending itself to them feeling confident that that suspect is no longer in that vicinity.
Yeah, and there's no threat in that area. Jeff, I want to ask you while we have you on the line here, because I'm getting texts from people about the security situation at the school. Used to be, I think, that there were off-duty police officers, Buffalo police officers, assigned to this high school. Do you know what the situation is now with security?
Well, the Buffalo Public Schools have their own in-house security program, and then they work in conjunction with the Buffalo Police School Resource Officers, who are responsible for all the schools in the city. I know that from time to time, different schools did utilize off-duty Buffalo police officers in a security capacity, but I'm not aware of exactly what that looked like for McKinley.
Well, would we have a school resource officer on a daily basis at McKinley?
Not necessarily. There's a limited number of school resource officers, and as I mentioned, they share responsibility with every single school in the city, including some of the private schools as well. So they tend to go between schools, respond to calls for service, and then again work with the students and spend time where it's needed. But again, it's a matter of resources and how many people you have, given how many students and buildings the Buffalo Public Schools have.
So when we're talking about a security guard being shot in this incident, do you have any idea who is employing that person or what type of background they have?
More than likely, it's an employee of the Buffalo Public School District. I do not believe that the Buffalo Public Schools utilize contract security in any capacity. So more than likely, it's a licensed security guard that works directly for the district.
Okay, all right, that does help shed some light. Well, I still will refer to you as Captain Rinaldo. You'll always be that to me. At this situation right now, what do you think would be next steps?
Well, again, next steps are going to be the detectives are going to want to start interviewing any and all witnesses that were present when this event occurred, as well as conducting a neighborhood canvass looking for video. It sounds like they may have an idea of the direction that the suspect fled, so utilizing the city's SafeCam program, they will start looking for video in and around that vicinity to try and identify the suspect or suspects that were responsible for this.
Jeff, we want to thank you for joining us. We miss you on days like this from years past when you would be in charge of the scene. We're still waiting to find out the condition of that student. We know the security guard did not suffer life-ending injuries, so he should recover.